Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. On this live stream, we're going to basically go over the cryptocurrency market as usual. This week was quite a challenging one for long-term traders and investors, but it was a good one for swing traders and day traders because basically we had some opportunities in the market to trade short term, but if we were looking to buy and look for results, we didn't have much as the market is still recovering from the previous crash that happened. I want to say hi to Steve, and I want to say hi to this guy, global team. And I want to say hi to Neil. What's up, man? Hope everything's doing well. So, yeah, let's start. If you guys have any questions about regarding any cryptocurrency, let me know. I see that Mr. Global wants to know about ADA and Tron, TRX. And yeah. So let's start with the overall cryptocurrency market. Let's see what's happening really briefly and quickly, and then jump into the specific ones. I'm going to start with Bitcoin as usual, Ethereum. I'm going to do Ripple and ADA as well, Tron, and maybe we can look at AVAX because last time and the time before, someone in the comment chat, I'm not sure, I think Neil or someone else asked about AVAX Avalanche, and we did quite see a great return on investment specifically on AVAX. It's currently at around number 11 in the cryptocurrency market by market cap. And we can also look at Atom and Tezos. Sure, let's do that. So let's just jump into the market as a whole. So basically, on my list, I can see that most cryptocurrencies are kind of consolidating, to say the least, down by 1%, 2%, 3%. So the total cryptocurrency market is down by 1.36% in the past 24 hours, which is not something very big, by the way. We can see that also in the 7-day chart, most of the cryptocurrencies managed to recover from the previous crash. Okay, like we can see here, yeah, exactly. Neil was saying that Avalanche AVAX did quite well. It's up by 17% in the past week. So despite the crash, this token managed to have great returns. It's currently at number 11, here we go, with a market cap of 16 billion. Now, for it to be able to break into the top 10, it needs like an additional 13 billion market cap. So it's a bit tough to say that this will manage to enter the top 10. Because once you enter, you have like a few billions between each project in order, and then you can reach number 7, for example, like Solana. Now, Solana is down 9%. And this has to do with there was something like an outage in their blockchain, and the devs had to physically go and restart the systems, and that was perceived as a negative thing, and that's why prices started to fall. It fell by almost 10%, so like $16. It was around, we can say around $170, and then it fell towards 160. It's still really good. And by the way, if we take this into account, 10% down, it could have easily surpassed Ripple and be number 6 on the list instead of Ripple. But then the outage happened, and then it went exactly. Sol got spammed, as Neil said. This is basically what happened, and they had to physically go and intervene in the community. So basically, if I just look really quick like that, I can see like there's nothing important today. Shiba Inu definitely is adjusting after its increased valuation that happened because of the Coinbase listing. Recently, Shiba Inu got listed on Coinbase, and this alone is a great news because this allows higher volumes for trading, and at the same time, more buyers are going to enter the market. And specifically because the sellers already sold, they short sold everything, but we can expect higher volumes, and this will maybe help Shiba Inu in a way to have a higher market share. Like currently, it has basically a 3 billion market cap, and we can see from the past 7 days how things just jumped as soon as Coinbase announced the listing, and then the price started to adjust a bit lower because definitely we have people who bought Shiba Inu and were waiting for this just to sell and to liquidate their earnings. And yeah, that's it basically. The ones that we know of. I'm gonna start by looking at Bitcoin's charting. So let's go to TradingView, our beloved charting software. Yeah, let me switch this to English. Great. So as you can see, we're gonna look at BTC. I'm gonna definitely zoom out a bit and try to see how we can fit BTC into the overall cryptocurrency market price action. So looking at BTC in the past 30 minutes, and we zoom out to see the past couple of days, you can see a nice uptrend. And by the way, we can clearly see an A, B, C, D. The thing. Let me check. Okay. And then okay, let's continue. An ABC pattern right here. Let me just delimit this. So the uptrend started right here. And this is how we can see basically a break in the uptrend, and directly traders will notice this break right here and directly sell if they open positions at around $44,000, for example. And this is another adjustment in the uptrend. I'm gonna delimit this as well. And then we have another break upwards, but that was a bit too harsh. This uptrend right here that happened from $47,000 all the way towards kind of 48,000. And then we have profit taking and another breather. That was a bit harsher. If we notice, it's not parallel to the other uptrend that happened. And then another adjustment right here. So what might happen next? This is quite easy to be able to discern. We have a very strong support level at around $48,000, which is the current price. Okay, so what might happen is if we notice a break in this price lower than 48, we can expect prices to fall all the way towards 47 again. Although we do have a support level at around 47 right here. And this happened like once here, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 times before. And I think this is a very solid support level. And I'm gonna say it is an important level rather than a support level. So prices can still go fall a bit lower before continuing upwards. So this pattern will happen for BTC, or might happen. I will never say it will. That and then continue higher all the way, I think, towards 50K. It will reach somewhere here, and then we will have a break upward towards 50K. Now, if I zoom out, definitely things are going to be different. So this is a view from a trader's perspective, a day trader's perspective. For someone who is just looking right here, everything that we did is insignificant for him. You will see that Bitcoin did harshly adjust from 52,500 all the way towards 48, and that was a previous very strong support as well. We already know that, by the way, and it is delimited right here. And prices are now on the way of recovering back towards 50, to say the least. 50 is a minimum target for BTC. Okay, so far right now we are at a very important level for BTC, and it is expected to reach 50,000 again, because we are at a let's call it an important level again. So buying at 48, selling at 50, that's a very insignificant trade if you are trading without leverage, and I would suggest to look into other tokens if you are looking into day trading or swing trading, to say the least. Okay, but again, for Bitcoin, it's looking good so far, and this is good news for the entire cryptocurrency market. Let's jump into ETH to see what's happening with ETH. ETH is still on an uptrend. So let's do our old trick, old charting, to say the least. That was our uptrend, our parallel uptrend channel. And now we can notice that the upper level is acting as a kind of a support. So right here we have another channel that formed. Right here. And it has the same behavior as what happened to Ether before. If you notice, we have a parallel channel upwards where prices are bouncing inside, and then we have a fake out right here, and prices went back into this uptrend channel, and the same thing happened right here. It's very strong fake out, and then prices entered back this uptrend channel. So the price is expected to reach the highly anticipated price of $4,000 per ETH. That's number one. So a target for that would be so we are in September right now. It might happen around maybe mid-October if prices are strongly going upwards. Unless we have like this kind of candle, like good news in the market and like strong buying power that will push prices upwards. But for now, I think what will happen to ETH is basically just consolidating upwards slowly but surely. That's definitely what should happen. So I would say that prices will continue to just consolidate right here inside, and then reach $4,000. Now, I think when this price is reached, we will see a very strong buying power still higher. So I think what will happen right here is a very strong momentum for ETH that will push all the ecosystem upwards, and prices will continue even higher. But this $4,000 will not become a resistance anymore. It will become a support. So prices will fall back to 4,000 and adjust towards this, and then continue higher. Either higher, and if something bad happens, it might also reach 3,500 again. Okay. So I think that's it for ETH. I think the general momentum of the market is still going upwards. If anyone wants to buy, basically you can definitely buy at this level, placing a stop loss at around, let's call it around $3,200, somewhere around this area. Now for ETH2, as Neil was saying, definitely it will affect the price of ETH. And I think it will affect it in a very positive way. And as I said, any news that happens in the ETH community will definitely impact ETH's price. Specifically for this event, that is basically many people are looking towards that. So if you really want to stake your ETH, you will have to buy this token, and buying this token will drive prices upwards. It's basically as you will consider yourself as being an investor in this protocol and this community or ecosystem. And I think the general consensus of this project is definitely seeing a good uprising, by the way. And if you notice the general, like if you want to see the market cap of ETH right now, I think it's like around, here we go, 400 billion. I think it's one of the highest valuations that ETH had. Maybe if we wait for a price of $4,000, I think it will be, we will reach like, again, the highest highs of Ethereum, talking about the valuation of that. So I think it's a good, many people are looking into buying Ethereum, Ether today, and not Bitcoin, seeing how the ecosystem of smart contracts is evolving from NFTs to DeFi space. Many swap protocols, for example, are being built on Ethereum. But we just need to see like more speed and lower fees, and this will definitely attract more investors for the future. Because currently we have like very strong contenders like Solana, for example, but again, like recently we had that spam on the ecosystem, and most investors fear the most. If someone else does the same like in a week or two, this is definitely bad news for Solana. We can definitely expect it to fall in the top 10 list, to fall even lower. So let's go back to, we were looking, I think, into ETH, and now we can go and check ADA. So we always said how Cardano, and specifically ADA, had a very similar price action to Ethereum. We can notice this uptrend parallel channel. And then we had this fake out right here, and we had this sideways trend that happened also. That was delimited by the $1 price. Let me show you. Here we go. And then prices directly took a toll right here, and then they managed to breach the 1.4. And we spoke in our previous live streams about buying Cardano because it had really interesting price actions. And the technicals were all like set right here when prices hit $1. I directly called everyone to buy Cardano at 1. It's at 2.3, like that's more than double. And currently it is as a very, very strong support level, because its previous resistance of 2.3 right here became a very strong support right now. So prices, let's zoom in and see what's happening right here. Prices are just above the $2.3, $2.37. And prices are expected to rebound a bit higher because there was a very harsh adjustment in the overall cryptocurrency market rather than only for ADA. So prices are expected to go a bit, to go again towards $3 as a target, of course. So what you can do today is buy at 2.3, place a stop at around 2.2. But place a take profit at around 3, or even 2.9, 2.8, just to be on the safe side. And then if I place it right here, let's see how my trade would go. place that at 2.2 around. Then my target is at 3 or 2.9. That's a beautiful 23%, 24% return with a risk reward ratio of 3.3. I think that's a really decent trade. I think we can do this for ADA. Now, provided that prices don't fake out, decide to fake out toward 2.1 and then go back to 3. Now, that's why placing your stop loss is definitely something very personal. It depends on your risk appetite. You might want to place it very steep at around 2.3, for example, 2.29, 2.28, while others that are more risky might decide, hey, I want to place it at around 2, for example, but your percentage is very risky. Like you are risking 15% of your position only to make 23. But if you place it at 2.2, you are risking like 5% or 6% at max in order to get 2.9, which is 23, 24%. And I think that's a decent trade, especially if you are leveraged as well. If you use leverage, I think this trade would be really good. And let's see like, what happens by next week. Now, I don't think next week much will happen because we are currently looking at the daily chart. So you need to zoom in right now like this. And then this is where you can definitely see what might happen. I don't think it will take till December of this year for prices to reach back. Maybe yes, maybe no. But buying currently at this price is definitely a good idea since we are at a very important support level of 2.3. Okay, because previously it was a resistance and now we are at a support level. And we can see quite a consolidation right here in prices, upwards, downwards, and then we are right in the middle right now. Okay, and that's for ADA. Let's go to Ripple quickly. Ripple is still consolidating at 1. I believe last week we had the live stream and we saw how prices also were consolidating at 1. And I did say that, hey, buying at this price is really, really good. And I'm still with this view. If we noticed before for XRP, it was a very strong resistance that turned into a support. Support, resistance, support. So right now we are at this support. What will happen next? If I look into the overall cryptocurrency market, I think that prices will definitely rise because as we saw, Bitcoin is on the rise, Ether is on the rise, and those are the top 2 in the cryptocurrency market. And if we have those 2 in the cryptocurrency market, definitely the overall cryptocurrency market is going to go higher. And if you buy right here at 1 and then place a trade towards 1.3, which is the previous high, and not a long time ago, like just last month, or even this month. Yep, in the beginning of this month, we reached 1.3. So placing a long position right here, let's see. And even if I put my stop at 1.02 with a take profit of 1.3, that's a nice 20% without even using leverage. So this is how usually technical traders place their trades. Always place your trades around support or resistance. Resistance, definitely, this means that you want to short. At around support level, it means you want to go long. So right now, I think this is a really good trade to enter. And maybe some people would extend their targets higher even to reach 1.4 even. But let's keep it conservative and go with 1.3. 20% is really good. My risk reward ratio is 5%. I'm risking only 5% from my position. I think this is a terrific trade. I think that's it for XRP. By the way, there's also the news of the legal case happening with the SEC that we still did not hear much about. And if we manage to get some positive news regarding this, definitely prices are going to go they will skyrocket maybe towards 1.6, going back to this area right here. So good news on the SEC case, I can see prices around going back to 2, then doubling your investment if you buy it at current price, almost. Regular news, I would see it at 1.3 at its previous high of the month. And yeah, that's it for XRP. I'm going to go to, what did we have right here? We had ADA, we did ADA. Let's do Tronics, TRX. Now, we can notice how Tron was going on a downward trend ever since the beginning of the year. It managed to reach almost $2. Managed to reach $1.9, which is crazy. I don't even remember this happening. What a day it was! Like in one day, prices peaked upwards. I think that has to do with a certain exchange, maybe that. Which exchange I'm looking here? Oh wait, TRX. Sorry guys, I'm looking at a different different. There we go. Okay. Managed to reach, I'm saying, $1. That's too much. 0.17 at one point. This one, what I wanted to say. The downtrend that I knew about was before that. Yeah, it was right here. So Tronics managed to break out of its downtrend of here, and then started to go up and in one day it managed to like break around 5 cents. But then it continued upwards slowly but surely. When the cryptocurrency market was on its high in this year, around May, April, things were looking good. We managed to reach around 16 cents, 17 cents. And then prices collapsed with cryptocurrency market back to a very strong support of 5 cents. I opened positions at 5, and in my previous live stream, I did say how this trade is really doing great for me. Currently, everything doubled. We are currently at 10 cents, and we are even looking to go higher on higher levels. So currently, we can see right here, we have another level, a very important level for Tronics. And we can notice how prices always tend to retrace toward this level, toward 10 cents. Right here, right here, right here. And now it turned into a resistance, but then today it's almost around a support level, like that. So this is an important area also for Tronics. Traders can buy Tronics at this price and anticipate high prices. Maybe they can gain around 20 to 30% just to reach Tronics' previous areas. And the short-term area is this one right here. I'm not gonna do that because it looks weird. This area right here. Okay, I think that this is a good target for Tronics. And this is definitely a short-term target. And looking at the long-term prices, that should definitely reach their previous highs of 17 cents. I think that's a good trade as well. Your stop loss should be around 9 cents. If you go a bit lower even. Okay, that's for Tronics. I'm gonna just tackle Atom as per Neo, and then we can call it for today. Now Atom is just going up and up. I believe in our last live stream, we did tackle Atom, and I did say how it was at its current, it is an all-time high? It is an all-time high of $40. I wouldn't approach Atom currently, only because I don't see any adjustment in prices. I wouldn't enter prices at around $40, and this is an all-time high. I think. Let me double check by going to CoinMarketCap. It's currently up by 11% in the past day. That's impressive. So let me zoom in and let me see the year to date. And this is how basically we can have a clear overview of the project. We just start by looking at this year what happened. So prices went from 6 to 40, that's crazy. And clicking on all to see all of the project's price action. So it was basically always be between 2 and 5. So Neo is saying that he exited Sol. I think that's a good strategy because Sol is currently suffering, and at the same time, the gains that you made are already good, and you need to look for other alternatives. But putting your money into Atom is a bit risky because if you can see right here, the price is a bit too inflated. And I think, in my opinion, of course, you have to do your own research and do your own thing. But I think that prices are a bit too high right now, and it's a bit scary for me to enter a price at an all-time high area. And this is again, like this shows the market, the cryptocurrency market is currently consolidating. Of course, it's going to go higher, and Atom will do the same, but I don't think it's gonna continue on this very high uptrend because this is a bit too extended. It's been going up since July, right? You know what I mean? So I think it's a bit too risky for me to enter right here. I want to see some price breathers. I want to see some support levels. And currently, it's just an extended uptrend. Imagine you enter right here. Okay, where will your price go? Where's your stop? Where's your take profit? Where are your targets? There's no target in this. That's my concern. You know, unless you want, like for example, want to buy at 40, you want to sell at 45. That's a different story. But I think you're in it for the long term, and I think that it's kind of a risky trend to enter. For example, ADA or Ripple, you can see how I think, and even all day traders approach the same way. But that's a bit risky, unless you want to gamble. Hey, that's a different story. But yeah, in my opinion, I think entering Atom at current prices is a bit risky. And hey, listen, let's assume that you missed Atom at 40. Where do you think it will go next after this extended uptrend? If it doubles it, do you think it's going to continue all green candles week after week? I doubt it. I think we will have a correction towards $30, in my opinion, of course. Now, we did have this in this candle right here. I'm not sure it will, but hey, let's see. I think the $30, it's a psychological price. That's number one. And the $40 is another price. And I think prices will consolidate between this area for a while before it continues upwards or lower. So we might see this price action. So that's why I don't see myself personally, if I want to enter something, I wouldn't buy Atom. It's a bit risky. Now, looking into other stuff, for example, we were talking about Ripple. Now, you might not like Ripple because of its fundamentals, but if you want to buy something that might, yeah, that's exactly what you're saying. If you want to swap what you have already, atoms, for something that will pump, now there are many. Now, I would advise, so for example, to look at our premium Discord channel where they basically always put really, really good trades, and I am very impressed with the level of professionalism that our traders do. One of our traders, for example, Lex, is a really a good technical trader, and he always places really nice trades. So, for example, he gives like 10%, 20% trades that are on spot. And with a bit of leverage, those might yield a lot. And at the same time, there are many recommendations about those really small altcoins that will break through. Now, in my list, I recently wrote something on an article on CryptoTicker called the top 5 altcoins for September. I'm going to show that article right here. And I did mention 5, and you can take a look at it and see which ones to buy. We have Phantom, FTM. I'm not sure if you know about it. Give it a read. I advise you guys to check out this one. We have Sushi Swap. Hot is a good buy as well, because currently, if you notice, it dropped from its all-time high back to a very strong support, and ever since this, it's started going up. It consolidated currently, but then it is expected for prices to continue higher. So definitely you should place a very tight stop at around 9 cents or 8 cents, okay? But your take profits would be 22, 24, or 30 cents even. So Hot is also a good buy. We have Audio. This is a good music sharing project, and I think this has big potentials as well. Like 2-3 weeks ago, it made around 80 to 70% gains. So I think it's a good, and currently it is also consolidating. And I like synthetics. I like the project behind synthetics. Not necessarily that prices are going to, bump, but the main project, I like it. I like what it stands for. Being able to get what you usually have in the financial world, like synthetic products, for example, futures and options and other derivatives, putting it in a basket of cryptocurrencies, I think that's a good project, definitely. So that's one of, if you want to check it out, you can check out this article. Other recommendation, I think what I'll be doing next, maybe in this next week, I'm going to go to the trading group that we have. I'm going to link it right here. And I know you, Neil, you are part of the trading group. I'm going to give some recommendation about some really small altcoins other than those top 5, and then that might and will pump soon. So I think this will help you guys, but definitely this is not financial advice, or this doesn't mean that you guys should definitely go and directly buy. Do your own research, and then you decide for yourself if you want to get involved in this project. Other than that, I think that's it for today. It was great talking with you guys. Neil, I'm going to see you in the next live stream. Steve and Global, thanks for joining. Don't forget, I'm going to be a typical YouTuber now. Leave a like in the video and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.